the heart's true essence. In a world where love is very often uh, very conditional and also fleeting. It can be there today and not there tomorrow. It is very useful to begin to discover that there is a deeper source of love, a love that is unconditional, a love that is not relying on anything physical or anything material, a love that comes from the core of our being, a love that comes from the soul. And the mind is the heart, the spiritual heart, is the feeling part of our mind. No, our mind produces thoughts, but our mind also produces feelings. Now, the true nature of the mind, the true nature of the spiritual heart is of pure feelings and pure love. And it is in big contrast to what in today's world is called love, often misunderstood. It is more an attachment where our love is based on something physical or something tangible or some achievement. It is a conditional love. Whilst the love of the soul, the love of the true heart is unconditional. And it manifests in a kindness, in a compassion, in a peace. And this true love is part of the innate nature of each and every one of us. Just we haven't tapped into that. We are not necessarily even aware of ourselves as spiritual beings. We think of ourselves as physical, bodily mortals that have a beginning and an end. And body, yes, is like that. But we are beings of consciousness. Consciousness transcends the limitations of matter. We are souls, spiritual, living, sentient beings, invisible to the human eyes, but very real. Soul is the one who is operating this body. Soul is the one who is seeing through the eyes, hearing through the ears, using the mouth to speak. Now we are those spiritual beings, and the innate nature of each and every one is love. So that source of pure love comes in the awareness of the self as a being of peace, a being of love, a non-physical being that is a traveler through time and space, a guest in this body. When we are in this awareness of non-physical beings of light, innately beings of pure love, innately beings of peace, travelers through this world of matter. In that awareness, there is a deeper sense of security, feeling safe. The real self is immortal. And in that safe inner space, when we connect to that awareness, when we experience the self as light, that source of love as if starts to blossom and it can manifest. And this is what we do in meditation. Now we become more and more aware of ourselves as spiritual beings instead of limited human beings. We become aware of ourselves that we are not male or female or black or white, but that we are spiritual beings and we are all brothers. We are all spiritual beings living this human experience, temporarily traveling through this world of matter. And so, even in our interactions with others, in this awareness of the self as a soul, what we call soul conscious, we begin to see others also as spiritual beings in bodies playing their different variety parts. But behind what we can see with the physical eyes is a soul, and each one of them is part of this soul family, my brother. And so in meditation, we reinforce that soul conscious state. We consciously sit and become aware of ourselves, refine that ability to be aware of the subtle and the invisible, to perceive the subtle and the invisible, and to, as if, touch base with the essence of our being. And love is naturally there. And there is also a higher source of love, one who is ever loving, ever pure, ever peaceful, because that one is always so conscious. We fluctuate, human souls, we fluctuate, but the Supreme Soul is ever aware of self and of each one of us as spiritual being. That Supreme One is remembered with many different names. God, a non-physical being who is like an ocean of love. And in meditation, when one is stable in that soul conscious state, in the awareness of being non-physical, invisible, aware of that non-physical, silent, invisible dimension, when the subtlety of the mind and the intellect becomes more refined, we can pick up and perceive the presence and the company of God, who is like an ocean of love. And when I'm in the company of that, it even further enhances the power of the pure love within. And then we can bring that in our everyday life, in our interactions with others. Our vision is then infused with that love and that peace. Our actions become actions of cooperation and compassion and kindness. In our interactions, we can see beyond weaknesses or behaviors that are maybe unpleasant, but we see behind there is my brother, the soul. And so spiritual love, pure love, love that is not conditional, based upon what you do, what you give me, what I can achieve, what position, possession, unconditional. That love also becomes uninhibited. You as if able to have those good wishes and pure feelings for everyone. Also, because you experience that in the deeper meditation with the Supreme. So, this is an invitation to immerse yourself in the experience of that higher love, that elevated kind of love, that pure love. And your heart will feel so good to be in that natural state and to experience it also with God. And then bring it in your everyday interactions with others. So let's have a few moments of reflection and meditation. And try and keep your eyes open, to have a meditative state of mind. We don't need to close our eyes for that. So, as if step back from everyday life and also everyday beliefs and habits and tendencies. And become aware of the one who is operating this body, one who is using the eyes to see, using the mouth to speak. The subtle and the invisible being of consciousness, being of light, the soul. This is who I truly am, immortal, timeless, living light. The scenes of the drama of human life, they come and they go. Many different variety scenes and side scenes. Even the body will change, all kinds of things. But the real self, the soul, is imperishable. Child of the Supreme forever. And just slow down the thoughts. Hold in the mind that image of light, serene, pure, living light. And allow yourself to see the beauty of the self. A being who is worthy of respect. A being who is innocent and pure and lovely and naturally loving. The ego blocks this, but when we let go of the ego, when we let go of the false identities, that soul conscious state, we are beings of love. And as my awareness grows of that invisible dimension, I can begin to perceive the presence of the ocean of love. God, ever light, ever kind, non imposing, accepting, acknowledging and appreciating the beauty and the purity of the soul. How pleasant the company of one who is without desires or demands, just giving and never needy. And just for a few minutes, soak this in and allow this subtlety and these feelings of pure love. Thank you. And as thank you for joining on this journey into love, and hope you carry these feelings and this refined sense of love into your daily interactions and infuse them with this kindness and this non demanding, non expecting presence of acceptance and appreciation. And see the beauty of it and see the beauty of each being. Thank you and have a good day.